So it looks like AH is going to get sued again, along with certain members of Team AH, after startling audio comes out of what these people have been doing behind the scenes, with them openly conspiring to create false evidence, not realizing that this would not only flop big time in a courtroom, but it would be exposed to the public, the FBI themselves. They would get involved. Oh yeah, I mean, they are sued. There's plenty of proof of this too, with transcripts, audio, pictures, and more. I mean, these people, they have messed up big time. You and I, we are going to talk about it today. Oh man, I mean, fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. All right, so hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. Now, I'm about to play you some Bombshell audio that is absolutely insane. But before I do that, I need to talk about a conspiracy that's meant to damage and defame JD, getting him back into the courtroom with Adam Waldman. And this is meant to do it by destroying Paul Baresi. Now, the people that are doing this have filed false police reports in 6 states. They've contacted the Fed. They've tried filing false judicial reports, losing there. And worst of all, they've created false evidence. Now, the responsible parties here say they did this at the bequest of AH, and they have gotten FBI attention. They decided to re-victimize someone who alleges that an actor came after them in 2015. Somebody had held a firearm to their head, and they didn't know who that party was. Well, these people, they pointed a finger. They said Paul Baresi, someone they would tie to JD, that guy had done it. Why? Because they could start something to go after JD, Adam Waldman, and they detail this in the following audio. Buckle up. This stuff is crazy.
He's a sociopath. Like, he should be in prison. Or probably worse than that. He probably shouldn't even... I mean, he's just I can't even describe how dangerous this man is.
Martin Sokos or Paul Baresi?
Well, Sokos.
And then he feels obviously privileged because he got the scary Paul Baresi. Yeah, I'm sure it's very scary because of the way that they attacked you like that. And about the whole gun to the head, I mean, that's really scary. That actually corroborates with what Richie was saying, that it was around April 20th where he got called by Baresi to put a bullet in his head and then went to his ex-wife's house. So, he gets really really intimidating and threatening when it happens, when he's trying to, ruin a case for someone.
I guess what I don't understand is why would Paul want to come after me before I didn't even report it to the police at that point.
Well, they're obstructing justice. I think that's what that is, by threatening you to not go to the police.
Yeah.
So, their whole thing is obstructing justice, intimidating, bribing witnesses.
Martin, in the 3 days that I was there with him, he said a lot of stuff, and he brought up a lot of people that he's associated with, and Johnny Depp was one of them. Cops would call me from New Orleans and tell me, "Oh, we know you're here at this place right now. We know you're there. We know what you're wearing." Like, it was out of control, and that went on for like a year and a half.
And I guess he must have done some kind of package against you or something to make them attack you like that, because I know that was happening to Amber also in Australia, and the LAPD was Waldman. I don't know who was Australia. So in your case, you didn't file a lawsuit. He intimidated you to not report anything.
Richie had said that you wanted to help me or something.
Yeah, I do want to help you because I know that Baresi is, so Richie actually originally was a witness for Amber Heard, and then he switched over to Depp after Baresi intimidated and blackmailed him, and then Waldman promised him money.
Nobody's come to me and said, like, what's the deal here? The only person that's tried to come to me is Richie and now you. Well, so what is it that what can I do? Like, what do you want me to do?
So I've been doing, like, investigation, trying to anyways, to pull up evidence, and there's a clear timeline with it. And so your background with what Baresi did to you and why he did it to you is very important to show that Baresi gets hired and he gets paid off. I mean, he's always obsessed with money and intimidating people. Yeah, and that the whole thing too, like, of forcing false testimony or twisted testimony or no testimony from people.
Now that's just a few minutes of almost an hour worth of conversation where they allege this conspiracy. They say that it was after AH. They even talked to the media about it. They note Mike Wallace from the Daily Beast in early April saying, we contacted him and he wanted evidence from us, evidence that we were going to supply. And the most insane thing about this conversation was they were trying to get this person involved by re-victimizing them so they would be afraid, they would file police reports, federal reports, they might file a TRO. And it wasn't just because of a fake narrative, it was also because of manufactured evidence. I think that this is the thing that really does them in. You'll notice there was a letter that was sent back in 2015. You'll see one signature on that. Well, to this person, they presented this letter again. They were like, hey, you notice the signatures on it? You see who's on that? Oh my goodness, this is the exact same thing that is happening to AH. Oh, don't you want to be involved? The thing is, they never expected this thing to fail, but the police, they didn't care despite them filing in 6 states the temporary restraining order. It was laughed out of court, case dismissed, and the person that they talked to trying to recruit, they talked to the FBI. They told them what was happening. They gave it all up. Yeah, you have lawyers crawling out of the woodworks. They want to sue. And I got this feeling, she's in trouble. These people are in trouble. The House of Cards, oh man, this stuff, it just keeps collapsing. I'll be talking to Paul Baresi too. Keep an eye on that. I think it'll come up in a day. But let me know what you think about this stuff. I mean, it's crazy when you look at what they've been doing. Crazy how they've been trying to damage people like JD, Baresi, Waldman, myself, and others, how that's fallen apart, how they're going to get sued over it. Yeah, but anyway, let me know what you think. Check out the links in the description. And as always, I appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work. Thank you. Share this. Going to end here. Thanking you again, and we will see you soon.